All right, guys, we are back here with the last matchup of this broadcast. It will be Örebro taking on Färjestad. Of course, we just saw Goons and Tunnel Vision going head to head. Tunnel Vision getting 4 out of 4 points in this matchup here. And this one's interesting. Örebro, Färjestad, both on the bottom part of the standings here. Färjestad still searching for their first win of the season, and Örebro just has one to their credit. So, this is a big opportunity for both of these teams to start earning some points, start trying to work their way back up the standings, at least to maybe avoid some of those relegation positions. There's enough time left, but don't let that, kind of fool you here. These teams are both in some deep holes here as this early part of the season has gone on. We'll take a look at it. Färjestad 16th place, Örebro in 15th. Both do have a couple games in hand on a lot of the other teams here, but you got to start turning it around eventually. Just 1 point for Färjestad, 3 for Örebro. And again, this is the time when you have to start turning things around. So we'll take a look here at the matchup between Örebro and Färjestad and how they've sort of stacked up what they've done so far. And you can't imagine the numbers would look too good. And, well, they don't for either team. The decent power play, at least for Örebro so far at 50%, kind of the one bright spot there. But 16 goals for 33 against on Färjestad. They have just scored 10 goals throughout their first 8 games. That's not the offensive output that they want or that they'll need. 25 goals against in 8 games played isn't too bad, but when the scoring's not there, it's hard for a goaltender win those games for you consistently. So we'll take a look here at the matchups between these two squads. On the side of Örebro, it is Gerani, Suth, and Henke up front with Snus and Puttiking on the back end, Benjamin in between the pipes. And on the side of Färjestad, you have Ekin, Zovi, and Antonio Manin, and Sebi Larson and Holman on the points, and McSavid in between the pipes. Of course, the mainstay on this Färjestad roster. We'll take a look at the individual matchups here between Suth and Zovi here. As you can see, they are both over point per game, which is where you want to be. You want to try to get closer to 2 points per game as a forward, but at least they're both over that mark. Neither at the 50% mark in face-off wins, so be interesting to see who's going to kind of get the advantage in this matchup here as we take a look at the winger matchups for either side. Of course, you have Kerani and Henke on the side of Örebro, and one at point per game, one just below. These are the numbers that you expect more to see on a defensive player. And again, offense has been a struggle for both of these two teams, but Ekin and Antonio just simply not enough offensive production on the side of Färjestad. Of course, you may have just seen Ekin win the 1v1 title and may have just seen Antonio casting it on the Swedish side of things. So we'll see if he'll be able to take any momentum from the 1v1 into the sixes here. So we take a look and slide over to the defensive matchups of these two squads here. A lot more of a physical presence on the side of Örebro, but Ed Holman has that physical game as well. 20 hits in his 8 games played so far. He has 5 points and 3 for Sebi Larson, so they're actually matching the wingers of their team in the way of point production. And Snus and Putiking right here are again, both looking quite good in the terms of production here. It hasn't too much been a production issue for Örebro. They could use more, but it has been more of a defense and goaltending issue for either of them as we take a look at that goaltending matchup. And we're going to see some stats that neither one of these guys want to be harboring, neither at that 80% save percentage mark, both of them over 3 goals per game allowed, although this is just going to be Benjamin's second appearance here in the ECL. He only has 2 games played so far, so again, a chance for him to start turning those numbers around and battling for that perhaps number 1 spot in between the pipes. Only time will tell. Neither one of them with a win on the season. So goaltenders battling for their first win as these teams have matched up. You see Ekin rocking that gold 1T. On the flip side, just pure elite edges. Some silver 1T. And I'm actually seeing, the third eye right there being rocked by Suth. So have to see if that comes into play. Maybe some L skating down the middle a la Benito, as he did to make that beautiful feed in our first week of action here in the ECL Elite Spring 23 season. As we get a look at a couple teams on the bottom half of the standings going head-to-head in this game. Of course, Örebro and Färjestad. trying to find their way back at the standings. Färjestad trying to find their first win of the season here, about ready for puck drop. We will see what happens. Watching from the Örebro perspective there in their road white jerseys. Färjestad, of course, in those home greens. Face-off tie-up. Won briefly by Färjestad, but Örebro in possession. Snus taking that one in. Goes to Suth, who passes to Karani. And looking. Shot on. And Ekin in possession off the rebound. Antonia now trying to force the middle right there, taken away by the stick. Henka now has it over to Putti King. Into the corner. Sauce pass there, looking for the centerman. Karani in the corner. Creeping in as the left defenseman. Snus getting bumped, maintaining possession. Suth has it once again, looking to the middle, taken away by Sebi Larsson, and here comes Ekin back on the way for Färjestad. Over to Antonio. He drops back to Ed Holman. Trying to feed the middle. The puck went all the way through. Zovi will collect, and Färjestad resetting in their own end. Slap pass, play off, and went on goal. Hit a body there. Benjamin had to be sharp. And Färjestad still in possession. Ed Holman, Antonio back up top. He creeps in down to the half wall. Zovi now has it sticked away. Sebi Larsson on the point, goes to Zovi. Middle, Antonio scores! Thought he was looking for Ekin and went all the way through to Antonio. He tucks it home, and Färjestad have taken an early 1-0 lead. Beautiful play right there. Great job by Färjestad multiple times, keeping that puck in. Benjamin nearly got back for it. Looks like he got a piece of it with his pads, but didn't go down. Didn't really get much of a save animation at all. That was Sebi Larsson keeping that one in beautifully. What a pass by Zovi, and what a finish by Antonio, as Färjestad get right back in on the attack in the next play. Antonio goes back up top, intercepted, but cleared out. Looked to be going up to the blue line to lay a hit. But that will lead to an icing here and a face-off back in the Örebro zone. On the draw here, won by Färjestad. Nice pass. Oh, and what a couple feeds right there. And a one-timer from Ekin. Can't even finish my first thought because Gold 1T lights the lamp once again. Beautiful passing by Färjestad, and Ekin tucks it home for Färjestad's second goal on the night. Just a beautiful job of spacing by Färjestad right there. Everyone kind of working as one. You'll see the three forwards. Good spacing. They all kind of rotate right there. And free ups. Yeah, just beautiful job down low by Färjestad right there to open up that space for the one-timer. Exactly how you want to position yourself as forwards. Always in kind of a triangle. Moving around as you need, but that'll always give you perhaps at least one passing lane, whether it's to a forward or maybe back up to the point. Örebro now need a response. Sebi Larsson takes it away, and Ekin leading things back now. Antonio has it down the right wing side. Down low, Zovi maybe tried that wrap, but the shot hit off the back of the net. Sebi Larsson on the point. Down low to Ekin, to Zovi trying to go back to Ekin right there. Great passing play, but Färjestad were unable to connect, but another icing here. Örebro feeling the pressure. So far, Färjestad has made them pay for it. They have 4 shots in this game. More goals than Örebro has shot so far. Tie up off the draw. Ekin can't get possession, but he gets it right back up the bouncing puck. Looking for the corner right there. Good blocker save, but Zovi has it once again. Feeds to the middle, no one home. But Örebro having all kinds of trouble just getting out of their own end. They get it out, but they can't even have possession right now. Färjestad dictating the pace of this game. Sebi Larsson, Ed Holman goes to Zovi. And Antonio takes it away. Antonio just rips it on. Benjamin makes the glove save and will cover it up to try to slow things down. 6:27 remaining in this first period. It has been all Färjestad so far. Face off, one off the stick lift. Trying to quick pass back, but Zovi couldn't get out of that melee in the middle. Örebro trying to get possession in the corner now. Putti King has it right back. Sticked away again. Sebi Larsson slows things down behind his own net. Looking to break things out. Passes to Ed Holman, who goes to Zovi. And Antonio will lead it out. Saucer pass across. Misses both people. Zovi will recollect it. Färjestad just going to take their time with it. They have the luxury of a 2-goal lead here in this first period. Ekin to Zovi. Zovi L-skates. Looking for that short side. Trying to bait the possible pass to Antonio there. He couldn't get a clean shot away on net. Slap pass play. What a grab by Zovi. Zovi and tries to go backhand. Poked away by Snus. Huge poke right there. Shot from distance off the one time, and it rebounded precariously off of Benjamin, but went into the corner. Kereni now over to Snus. Down low right there. No one home. Kereni has it right back, trying to go back up top. Putti King trying to shoot from distance. 2 men looking for the deflection. The shot got on to McSavid, who made the save. 4.4 remaining. Another chance for Örebro to set things up if Suth can win this face-off. We'll see. They don't go with an aggressive set, just a normal set. He wins it. One-time look, but well played by Ekin. They'll have another chance. Shot on. Can't make it to the net. And the first period ends. A 2-goal lead for Färjestad. We'll get a look at that Antonio goal, but it's really the pass that is the highlight of that one. Beautiful feed from Zovi that found its way all the way through to Antonio. Had me fooled completely. Thought it was going to Ekin, but went all the way to Antonio, who buried it. You just saw the one-time goal from Ekin on that last play right there. And a 2-goal lead, 7 shots to 2. They probably had more time on attack as well. I didn't get a good look at the number. We'll take a look at some of these replays here. That is just an excellent feed. You cannot thread the needle any better than that. The precision that you need to make that pass and not have it kind of get locked on to Ekin in that situation, that's what separates, you know, the kind of the pros from, well, people like me who make bad passes constantly if someone else is in the vicinity of the person I'm trying to pass to. But second period will be getting underway. Örebro looking to try to get this game back to a more reasonable standpoint for them. 2 goals not unheard of, but they just haven't really been able to get any pressure. We'll see if they can get something here. Drop pass back to Putti King. Trying to go to the middle right there to Suth, who takes the shot. Kept out by McSavid. Antonio's saucer pass goes awry. Hasn't been super clean with that tool just yet. But we've seen in the past his playmaking ability, especially with those manual sauces, has been gold. Zovi now over to Antonio. Takes it into the corner. Comes back out front. Back to Ed Holman, who creeps in. Goes to Antonio. He goes to Zovi. Zovi trying to feed back to Ekin, but he over-committed on his skating. Kereni now taking it down low. Feeding to the middle right there. Looking for Putti King. Couldn't get the shot away. Pass up. Zovi has some space. Self-sauce down the boards. Gets bumped from behind. And Örebro will stop that rush. Have to reset in their own end. Good pass up right there from Snus. Kereni will get to it. Trying for that short side pass, but Henke had gone down just a bit too low. Zovi now taking it back for Färjestad. Has it poked away by Putti King. Henke now slowing things down. Snus up to Kereni, but a nice takeaway from Antonio. Couldn't get a clean pickup. Wraparound chance. Benjamin snuffs it out. Good turnover forced by Zovi. Gets a hit. Färjestad all over. Örebro will just let that puck kind of drift out of the zone and just try to reset themselves. 3 men in deep for them. Trying to give Färjestad a bit of a fright. Ekin coming in, drops it back. Sebi Larsson, Ed Holman has that one sticked away. Good body position, no, to stop Kereni from getting to that puck. But Kereni is still hunting for it. Ed Holman over to Zovi. Ekin gains the line. Zovi spin pass to Ekin. Loose puck, no! Antonio goes up the side of the cage. Ekin couldn't get the shot away, and here comes Örebro. Suth with the puck. Over, bouncing puck. Picked up by the defense, and McSavid will have to cover that one up. Nice counterattack look for Örebro, but unable to get a shot out of it. Defensive zone draw now for Färjestad. Zovi will lose it. Snus on the point. And that one sticked away. Nice move by Antonio to gain the line at Holman. Sebi Larson, shot from distance, blocked. Henke trying to get this one in. Bump. Poke into the corner, but Kadani will get it. Henke now passes back to Putiking. Trying to feed the middle, no one there. Henke also trying to feed the middle, but that collapse from Färjestad is just so strong. They have all 5 guys below the hash marks right there. Örebro still tried to go for it. Good pass up the boards. Antonio can't cut to the middle this time. Snus is able to body him off that. Sith gets that one in down low. Ed Holman takes it away. Antonio has that one stripped. Pass backdoor and a big save by McSavid. Henke now, one-time saved. Kicked aside by McSavid. His first kind of great opportunities that he's had to face in this game and is looking sharp. Ed Holman now has the puck. Slowing things down. Strong forecheck from Örebro, and they force the turnover. Down low. Henke has some trouble in the corner. Sebi Larson takes it away, but they get it right back. Zovi now with it. Sebi Larson activating on the rush. Has all kinds of speed, but good recovery from Putiking right there. And a nice stick. Putiking has been great in his own end in this game, doing a lot to slow down the attack. But a nice poke check from behind. Zovi will get it going back the other way. Ekin had some trouble with it. Färjestad will slow things down, approaching the 1-minute mark of this second period. Sebi Larson makes his way in, taken away though by Kadani. Here comes Henke, trying to just sauce it to the middle. It's just not there for Örebro, though they keep trying to go back to it. And if you're Färjestad, just keep collapsing away. Antonio's pass a bit short. Big hit in the neutral zone to end the period. And Färjestad maintain the 2-goal lead, and McSavid, the star of that period, a couple massive saves. This one on the back door here, kicked aside. He was absolutely sharp when he needed to be. Not a ton of total shots I don't think we'll see from Örebro, but in that period, they got some grade A looks. McSavid coming up huge, as we've seen him do countless times for this Färjestad team. But a good response in that period from Örebro. You know, they were able to get up to 4 minutes time on attack. They have 6 shots now to Färjestad's 8. And they've at least slowed down the momentum of Färjestad, but they do need to find the goal quickly. Because going into the third, 2-goal deficit can be quite difficult to come back from. Of course, we're going to look at some of those saves by McSavid in that period. Again, very, very sharp. Looked like the total in that period were 4 shots to 1. So again, good response from Örebro. But they still need to find the back of the net. Third period underway. At Holman. Now Sebi Larson for Färjestad. Going to take that one in himself. Passes all the way across to Antonio. Dangerous pass to the blue line, but it made its way through. Zovi now. Down low to Antonio behind the net. Had some space on that short side. He couldn't get the angle, though. Tried to pass in front. It was taken away. Still has it in the corner. His pass disrupted by Kadani. And Sebi Larson right back in for Färjestad. Gets bumped. Antonio into the corner. And just chipped out by Örebro. You know, chipping things out when they're under siege, not a bad call, but they do need to try to get some possession here and get themselves back. Zovi over to Antonio, sticked away by Snus. Henke has it now for Örebro, gains the line, trying to get that one down low, taken away by Sebi Larson. He gets tripped up. And we'll be getting to see the Färjestad power play go to work. Not what Örebro needed in this situation. Henke will be going to the box. And Färjestad will have a great opportunity to potentially put this game out of reach with the way it's gone. Örebro kind of struggling to get those chances when they have. McSavid's come up big. They do not want to sacrifice one here. Power play opportunity. Zovi against Suth on the draw. Suth will get the win. Putikin gets crushed in the corner. Antonio will retrieve it. Sebi Larson now on the point. Ekin slides all the way back, trying to set up high. Start to work it down low. Sebi Larson. Over to Ed Holman. They're looking for that gold 1T to Ekin, but he's being watched closely. Sebi Larson now. Ed Holman. Into the middle. Antonio takes the shot. Zovi bodied in the corner. Ekin keeps it in, though. Great power play so far for Färjestad. Ekin with the shot. Didn't get the one-timer like he wanted. Antonio! Back skating from behind the net. Looks like he goes 5-hole. Capitalizes on the power play. And Färjestad now have a 3-goal lead. Just beautiful work. Actually, no, he backhanded that top corner. It's hard to see from the overhead view. What a play by Antonio. Gets the rebound. Back skates, dodges between 2 people, and puts it home on the short side. Sick thumbs right there from Antonio. And now Örebro in desperation. They get it to the middle. Saved by McSaven. The second shot goes just wide. Sebby Larsson takes it away, and here comes Antonio one-on-one with Snus. Oh, going between the legs to the middle. Can't connect on it. He gets bodied by Putiking. Zovi will collect the puck. Goes to Ekin. Ekin trying to send that one down low. Henke coming back. Can't get a 2-on-1, but they have a man trailing. Oh, the spin. What a save by McSaven! Off the loose puck. A great shot on. I think that was Sith following up the play as Snus was kind of acting as a third man on that rush. Sith followed it up, and what a stop by McSaven, reaching out the glove and robbing him. Good face-off win, not the pass he wanted, kept in by Kereni. Snus on the point, waits for the shot blocks to clear up, but he still hits a leg. And Antonio will keep things going the other way. He gets that one poked off his stick. Approaching the midway point in this third period. Örebro gained the line again. Got to be careful there. Don't want to turn it over, but an infraction. Yeah, it's going to be interference. I wasn't too sure if someone tripped or if someone hit the wrong person. Well, it could have been really bad for Örebro and they forced a turnover at their own blue line, but it turns out being great. Zovi takes the penalty, and Örebro will have a chance on this power play to start working their way back in this game. Not a whole lot of time left, but a 3-goal deficit to overcome is not impossible. Face-off one. Henke goes back to Putiking. Good puck movement here by Örebro. The shot was blocked. Putiking trying to go. Nice stick right there. Henke gets it right back. Snus trying to feed over to the winger who had already started moving. Here comes Antonio short-handed. Gonna just look to kill some time. Stops on the half wall, though. And Örebro coming back the other way. Henke now to the centerman. Can't connect. That'll go offside with 8:44 remaining in this third period. The power play started off pretty good for Örebro. They couldn't really find the shot opportunities that they wanted. Good coverage for Färjestad. Face-off one by Örebro. They try to sneak Putiking in there to get that power play going. It was Redwell. Oh, and he just fails at keeping that puck in along the line. Precious seconds ticking off, and with one clear here, they don't know. Okay, there's the clear. One clear here should do it. One more rush on this power play. We'll see if they can get something going with the outnumbered situation. Suth passes back to Snus. Nice pass to Kereni, looking. Backdoor feed. Can't connect, but that one will be iced, I believe. It's another offensive zone face-off here for Örebro. With just under 7 minutes remaining, they still need 3 goals. It's been hard for them to come by great chances, but when they've gotten a few, McSaven has come up huge. He always plays better when the lights are brighter. Poked away. Kennedy goes back to Snus. Has it right back, trying to feed the middle. Defensive Färjestad is looking great. Sebby Larsson gains the line, sticked away. Sebby Larsson gets it back. Ekin has it. Goes down low, back in front, loose puck, and Benjamin will get the cover. All this time spent down in their own end is not helping Örebro's case for the comeback. Färjestad just continue to suffocate them and take away their most precious resource, time. Face-off won by Zovi, and Holman with a shot from distance. Not a whole lot on that. Just gets taken away. Beautiful pass up. Here comes Kereni, and he scores! The shutout bid ends for McSaven. Couldn't stop the breakaway. Played it quite well, but it was just a near-perfect shot by Kereni right there. And Örebro have their first. And all of a sudden, it starts looking a whole lot more possible. Of course, you see Make It Snappy coming into effect right there, beating McSaven on the glove side. Once again, it starts from the back end. What a sauce up the ice from Seth. It may have even been a shot. It's hard to tell with all those bodies right there. Nonetheless, it got there, and Örebro has won. Snus gets bodied along the boards. Ekin trying to weave his way through or just push his way through the middle, I should say. Örebro collects in their own end with 3 minutes left. Fakes the slap pass play. Snus elects not to pass right there, but that's more time having to reset. Puttiking gets it to Henke. Henke goes back. Puttiking has some trouble with it, but in possession, trying to get the shot through. Blocked by Ekin. Into the corner. Örebro trying to keep it alive. Ed Holman does a great job. Sebi Larson now. They want to get his own exit. They got to be careful. What a pass up to Ekin and a 3-on-2 now for Färjestad. We're in the last minute real time. Ekin, low shot, rebound! Benjamin makes a save. Here comes Kerani back the other way. Feeds the middle. Cannot connect. And Holman into the corner. Zovi now. Antonio, he gets bodied, but it makes it through. 3-on-2 once again. Sauce pass to the middle. Zovi can't get the shot away, but time ticking. Örebro need a goal right here on this rush, and they go offside. 34.9 remaining. And that right there is a killer if you're on Örebro. Good speed in the neutral zone. They couldn't gain the line. Face-off play. They get it to Puttiking. He goes in, trying to protect on the boards. Goes down low. In front, the shot taken by Kennedy was blocked. Snus now. One-timer saved by McSavid. Antonio behind the net, just killing time. The puck exits the zone. A 2-on-0 possibly. Puttiking's coming back. Shot on by Ekin, steered away by Benjamin. And Färjestad just going to kill the rest of the time here. Antonio in possession. Backdoor, a big save actually from Benjamin. Unfortunately, it won't matter for much at the end of all things as McSavid stacks the pads at the end for good measure. He won't get the shutout, but my goodness, what a game for McSavid. That's how you can start to turn around that stat line here. And a huge win, the first win of the season for Färjestad. They moved to 1-7-1, which sounds not great, but if they're able to start stringing together some wins, there's still enough time to get themselves back in the hunt, although they are going to need to play some of the best hockey that they've ever played, but they looked good in that game right there. There's that look at that Antonio goal. Just beautiful job splitting the D from L-skating from behind the net and then going short side on the backhand. Ridiculous from Antonio, who continues to get better playing on the wing. It's been, I'd say, about 3 or maybe 4 seasons by this point of Antonio after he made the transition from defense. Of course, was a right defenseman along with someone whose name I'm completely forgetting, and I shouldn't. But they were, of course, on the old Vesa Pompa team as a defensive pairing. And then at one point, they were here in Färjestad, both playing kind of on the same side of the ice. One still on defense, and Antonio swapped to the wing, of course. And he's just continued to get better. Has always kind of been known as more of a playmaker. But man, a couple goals in this one, and he looked absolutely good. We'll get another look at that one-timer by Ekin here. Again, nice feed, staying out of reach right there. It was decently covered by Örebro. It's hard to cover those, especially if the goal scorer knows what they're doing. But that's just filthy right there from Antonio. I don't know how you stop that. Both defensemen, they played it quite well. It's just a perfect bit of skating by Antonio and a perfect shot. There's that long pass. Kerani able to beat McSavid right there. Thank you, chat Laymanins. Thank you. I knew him, and I was just thinking arm tattoo the whole time. This has got that beautiful half sleeve going on. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Henke. That save. Look at that. Back and forth. Oh, man. Just, again, great game on the side of Färjestad, picking up their first win. Everything clicked. They got the offense going. They scored on the power play. McSavid made some great saves. Exactly what they need to start bringing things back to where they want to be. Örebro going to need a response here. They're still sitting on just the one win in this season, but we'll set the stage for that second matchup here as soon as we get a quick word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back and right back into the action. Färjestad and Örebro, of course. Färjestad picking up their first win of the season in that last one and looking good in the process. 3-1 victory for them. The shutout bid ended by Kearney late in that third period. And we'll see if Örebro can bounce back here in this second game. Now in their home red jerseys. Opening draw won by Zovi, trying to sauce that one up quick. Färjestad looking to get quick back in the attack and get an early lead. Man, oh, Antonio couldn't quite feed that one through. Kearney coming back for Örebro. The other way, sending it down low. Sebi Larsson collects in the corner. Ed Holman looking to work it out. Sebi Larsson has to dodge the forechecker right there. Zovi to Ekin, and Färjestad has the line. Ekin, low shot, looking for the rebound. Snus has some trouble with it. Kept in by Färjestad. Great pass by Antonio. Zovi trying to just walk into the slot, and nearly did so. Putikin coming back the other way. Else getting to the middle, poked away. Färjestad can't collect in their own end. Örebro maintaining possession. Snus, one-time blast, and McSavid stops it again. Great opportunity for Henke right there. But an even better save by McSavid. Hard forecheck by Örebro, but they give up the 2-on-1. Ekin and Antonio. Ekin. Pass over. Antonio can't get the shot off. Zovi now. Antonio wraparound bid. Snuffed out by Benjamin, who will get the cover. Some back and forth quick action here to start off this second game. Seeing Sebi Larsson get drilled right there. So he'll be dealing with an injury. We'll have to see how that affects him on the point, if it's lower body or upper body. Hard to say. It looks like it should be upper body, but we've all seen plays like that happen, and the player actually skating slow as the molasses here. So we'll see if that affects him. Looks like he's positioned a little further back right there. Antonio with a nice shot on. Hit the side of the net. Ekin down low, trying to feed in front. Shot on by Zovi. Benjamin in the splits, able to keep that one out. In the neutral zone transition, snuffed out. Zovi will slow things down for Färjestad. Ed Holman pass up the boards. Antonio can't get it in cleanly. Suth in some trouble, but able to work his way out of it. Kearney over to Henke. Henke with a nice pass. Kearney has it in the corner, poked away by Antonio all the way down there, opposite side of the ice. Taken out now for Sebi Larsson. Doesn't seem like his skating's affected too much. But back the other way now comes Örebro. Good zone entry by Kearney. Slows things down. Tries to get that shot through. Suth collects in the corner. Back up top. Snus into the middle. Kearney can't get the shot away. And Sebi Larsson looking to work it out. Trying to shoot that one up the boards. Taken away by Henke. And Kearney has it in now for Örebro. Back to the point. Dangerous pass, but it got through. Antonio just shoves Snus out of the zone. And Putikin will slow things down for Örebro. Not a clean zone entry taken away by Färjestad, but they go offside. Bit of a miscue between Antonio and Zovi. 7:32 remaining here in this first period. The face-off won by Zovi. He gains the line and passes to Ekin. Ekin from the corner goes down low. Ekin gets bodied there away from the puck. No call. Zovi, nice bit of forechecking, but Putikin, he's been just rock solid this entire series. Working out of danger. That being said, poked away. Castor's Kerfel alive and well, but Zovi unable to capitalize on that. Nice zone entry. Henke with the low shot, looking for a rebound, but Kearney wasn't crashing the net. He has it now on the half wall, backed up to Snus. Snus has it poked away right here. Just not a whole lot of time and space for Örebro to get to work. The defensive sticks of Färjestad looking good. Dump and chase. Kearney collects it. Short side looking. McSavid makes the save and covers. I like that from Kearney. They're opting not to try to force that pass through the slot and instead just testing the short side of McSavid. Couldn't score there, but Örebro trying everything they can to get a goal. Snus down low to Henke. He goes back up top. Putikin with the puck. His shot's blocked. Örebro still working the puck. Down the half wall goes Putikin. He gets, Henke gets bumped off. And Färjestad has it. Ekin drops it back to Sebi Larson, Ed Holman, Antonio now. Zovi gains the line. Antonio gets the quick pass back. Ekin, it goes in! His pass across the slot hits the goaltender. It looks like it actually went off his Ekin's skate again and then found its way into the back of the net. We'll see if the replay will give us a better angle on what happened there. But once again, Färjestad striking first. Good zone entry and hard to tell from that angle, but in the back of the net it goes. And Färjestad take a 1-0 lead here. Yeah, it looks like he made the pass. It hit off maybe the post and then hit his stick or his skate and went in. I'm assuming it's a stick, or else we would have probably gotten a review for kicking motion as that puck bounced on. And Benjamin gloved it and slows things down. 28.7, a quick minute. Until, of course, the last 10 seconds when you get real time. So time enough for either team to make a strike. Örebro will need a quick transition, though. Tie up. Suth will get the win. Long pass up. Henke has it. Spin. Couldn't get a pass or a shot away. Trying to wrap around. Didn't quite go. Sebi Larson going to opt to just try to kill the time. Good forecheck from Örebro. Late shot. Not enough time left. And the first period goes in favor of Färjestad, who have a 1-0 lead after one. What a save by Benjamin. Look at that. That puck was definitely going on net. Worthy of a highlight reel replay. And of course, there's that goal from Ekin that just kind of finds its way through. Unfortunate bounce, unfortunate break. But that's why you see so many teams just trying to force those passes to those high percentage areas, because even if they don't go through, things like that can happen. So we'll get another better, quicker, more in-depth look of it. And yes, indeed. So really looks like it's off the defender's stick, but with the way kind of the hit boxes work on the equipment, it can really be either one of them. I like that Ed Holman dump counts as a shot right there. Benjamin padding his stats. I respect it. So we enter the second period of play here between Örebro and Färjestad. This broadcast, of course, brought to you by our friends at Kovalan Lakritsi. We thank them for helping make this season what it is. Nice pass off the boards. Kennedy having to slow things down, but they turn it over high on the blue line. That's why those delay plays are dangerous. They get it right back. Putti King coming in down low. Can't get the pass behind the net. Sebi Larson will slow things down. Just working in the corner, trying to dodge that forecheck. Ed Holman now gets it to Antonio, runs into traffic. He can't get that one in cleanly, but here comes the forecheck of Färjestad. Örebro turning back time and time again, trying to just get a clean zone exit and zone entry. They do get it down low. Suth looking for the one-time right there to Snus, who crept in, but they can't quite connect. Good coverage from Färjestad, who have done a great job of that in this game. We saw from their numbers, their biggest problem was being able to score consistently. Their defense wasn't too bad. Ekin now has a bit of trouble, sends it all the way around. Antonio sends it over to Sebi Larson, who will slow things down, trying to force Örebro back or get them to overcommit so they can get an odd man situation. Ed Holman down the wing, tries to go to the middle there, but oh, that stretch pass. Cut out by Zovi. That could have been Kennedy off to the races. Ed Holman now on the point, creeps down low into the corner, goes down even lower, has some trouble with Snus right there, and has more trouble with Kennedy coming in support. The self-sauce by Putti King doesn't go. Here comes Zovi back the other way. Pass back to Ekin. Ekin to Sebi Larson. He sneaks in. Ed Holman looking for Antonio on the pass right there and went more towards the middle of the ice. Here comes Suth back the other way, trying to get the pass to Kennedy. Big hit there, but Färjestad in possession of 3-on-2 if they hurry. Ekin has it poked away once. Stops on the half wall, going down low. No one home but Putti King. And he'll start to work it out for Örebro. Already at nearly the halfway point of this second period. High pace. Antonio goes back up top. Ed Holman to Sebi Larson. One time from Ekin. Blockered aside by Benjamin. Suth coming back the other way. Hits Henke. He stops on the blue line. Örebro seemed to like that play. It makes me wince every time, but yeah, they've been able to get some good things from it. So who am I to judge? Antonio has that one poked away. Good board play right there. Kennedy will come up with it. Pass up to Henke right there. Had Sebi Larson in front of him, but was able to dodge. Nice L-skating there. Kennedy L-skating in return. Shot on! Saved by McSavid. I believe that was Henke getting that shot away following the play up, and McSavid tracked it beautifully. Puck tracking definitely on point for him across this 2-game set, and I feel like he loves these slim leads. And he loves being on these broadcasts. He always steps up his game. Zovi behind the net. Nearly at the 5-minute mark here. I don't know if we've even had a single whistle in this period. Maybe 1 or 2, but not a whole lot. Just back and forth action here. Zovi under the half wall. Gets possession back to Sebi Larson. He goes down low. Sends it to Antonios. He takes the hit. Pass back to the point. And Zovi couldn't get possession. Or excuse me, Edholm. Nice forecheck there by Henke to get that turnover. Sebi Larson up to Zovi, another 2-on-1 possibly for Färjestad. Antonio back to Zovi, but 2 men covering him. And they take it away. Örebro, a trip right there. Kennedy got tripped up. I'm not sure whose stick did it. Take your pick. There's about 3 different white jerseys around him. That's the captain. Ekin headed to the box. So a power play coming up here for Örebro. Yeah, the trip from behind. We can make an educated guess, seeing that it would have been him taking that penalty, but you never know with how this game goes. Nonetheless, a huge opportunity for Örebro tied up. They'll be on the power play for virtually the rest of the period. Face-off 1. Henke now. Back to Suff. Beautiful passing play. Not too sure if he tried to go back one more time, but that was a loose puck. Nonetheless, great passing off the draw, and they maintain possession. Suff had that one poked away in the slot. Putti-King over to Snus. Goes to Kennedy. Back up top, but read well by Zovi. Forces him back into the neutral zone. Good passing right there to gain the line. Kennedy can't get that one towards the middle. Edholm in possession now, killing some time before he dumps it out. And Zovi trying to get to that one. Just about 30 seconds remaining on this power play and about 30 seconds left in the period now. Henke just trying to bide his time, but waited too long. They slap it all the way down. 10 seconds of real time. One more rush here for Örebro on this power play. Henke over to Putti-King. Putti-King can't get the shot away. Tries to feed in the middle. Taken away by Färjestad. They get out of the period as they got into the period. Still up by a 1-0 lead. And a huge hit right there from Kennedy in the slot. A pretty physical period. And again, that was a back and forth period. Not a whole lot of whistles. But neither team able to find a goal in that one. Time and attack, very even. Shots, quite even. Not a whole lot of registered shots in this game either. I'll have to see if teams change up strategy and all and just try to start firing that puck on net. It's never a bad strategy. Obviously, you see how that Ekin goal went in. It was a pass, but you throw those pucks on, you never know what can happen. And I guess they're taking a look at how that made contact right there. Bounced off a couple sticks right there, including the goaltender's twig, to stay out of the net. Färjestad nursing a slim 1-0 lead here as they enter the 3rd period. Örebro just needs 1. It just takes 1. They got to do it without surrendering another one as well. They're right in on the attack. Kennedy off the post from the side of the net. And trying to keep things alive down low. Good job taking that away. Zovi up to Antonio. Gets crushed at the blue line, but they can't hold the zone. Färjestad going to slow things down. Errant pass. Antonio will collect. And here comes Färjestad. Ekin gains the line. Ekin, Antonio. Backdoor feed. They score! Beautiful passing. The 3-man rush play in the triangle. Antonio goes to Zovi. He tucks it home. And Färjestad take a 2-0 lead. Just beautiful delay right there. Ekin passed it really the last second that he was able to. We'll get another look here. He was leading it. He slows down. Passes right as the back checkers get to him. And Antonio crosses the ice to Zovi. Picture perfect 3-man rush play. And they have a 2-0 lead because of it. An offside called right here as Suff failed to tag up at the blue line. That will lead to a neutral zone face-off. As Örebro here struggling to put the puck in the back of the net. McSavid, of course, a tough nut to crack, but if you're Örebro, you got to start testing them a little bit more, start throwing those pucks on. It has been hard, though, to be fair. Färjestad done a great job clogging the slot, clogging the middle. That collapse game of theirs, very good shot on. There was some space on that glove side, but it hit something in front. And Snus's shot corralled into the corner. Here comes Färjestad back the other way. Ekin along the boards, down low to Zovi. To Ekin on the short side, maybe wasn't expecting that, didn't pull the trigger on the shot. Örebro will slow things down. Färjestad drops back into a 5-man trap. And offside on the call right there as Örebro got all kinds of mixed up on that zone entry. Sebby Larsson says, get down and stay down. Shout out to Eki, of course, for the raid. Hope the games went good, buddy. And congrats on your European 1v1 title, a trip on the play here. Färjestad Örebro going to the box right there with where that play happened, I just assumed. Yeah, Örebro to the box. The captain, Suth, sitting for 2. And Färjestad will get a power play. As you see there, the trip, the stick from behind. Färjestad a great chance to get a 3-0 lead here on this man advantage. Aggressive face-off set. Zovi wins it back. Ekin buying his time, going to Sebby Larsson. Ed Holman, Antonio to the middle. Beautiful play, but a good save by Benjamin. Antonio has it back, can't work it to the middle, gets it right back though. Goes back up top. Sebby Larsson, Ed Holman back to his defensive partner, to Zovi. Zovi gets a shot on, not a whole lot of steam on it. And Benjamin blockers it away. Good read by McSaven, actually puts it into his own bench, but Kearney had a chance to win that foot race. And that is a veteran read right there by McSaven to come out and play it. Honestly, throwing it into the bench at least stops the clock right there, allows Färjestad to get resettled. The face-off is, of course, in their own end, but they still have the man advantage. It is the right winger having to take the draws, of course, as Suth is in the box. Henke gets the tie-up play. Kearney had it for a second. Bounced away. Ekin in possession gets the desperation dive pass, and Antonio has the line. 35 seconds remaining on the man advantage. They're going to have to set up quickly here. Ed Holman back to Sebby Larsson. Creeps in. Didn't have much of a pass there. Tried to force through. Zovi. Just a few seconds remaining. They can get one shot. Ekin. Shot on! And a high glove save right there. Must have hit something in front unless that shot just was labeled for the back class. Nonetheless, back to 5-on-5 as Suth is out of the box for Örebro. Tie up on the draw. Antonio in possession. Goes to Zovi. Zovi shot scores! Waited out Benjamin right there. Had a man all over him as well. Got the forehand. Shot away. And he buries it. 3-0 now for Färjestad. Right back in the same position they were in the last one. A great play by Zovi. Somehow protecting that puck from 2 different sticks that tried to strip it away. As, yeah, both Snus and Putikin coming from behind trying to stick that away, and Zovi able to get that shot away. Great job. And again, just half a period remaining, and Örebro now need 3. Putikin intercepts it in his own end, poked away by Zovi, has a man on the back door. Zovi goes backhand, and he scores! Using Antonio as the bait, forced Snus to make the desperation dive to block the passing lane. Zovi takes it himself, cuts across the goaltender's body. It is now 4-0 for Färjestad. Excellent play by Zovi, recognizing the time he had. So hard for goaltenders to react when a player cuts across their front with speed, and you see that right there. Snus goes down to block the passing lane, has to make a play, and Zovi capitalizes. 4-0 on the side of Färjestad. He is not done. Zovi, a monster on the puck right now as he sticks it away. Ekin got it away for a second, but here comes Suth for Örebro. Kearney to Henke. Henke feeds the middle, taken away. Loose puck on the line. And it looked like Ed Holman just kept it out. But Örebro still has it. Henke now, bodied off by Antonio. Suth now doesn't elect to pass down the boards. A foot race there that Putikin wins. And here comes Snus, gaining the line. Big hit there by Ekin. The puck clears the line. A chop right there. Ekin will just get that one in deep. Färjestad will drop back to trap things up. Örebro running out of time, and they need 4 this time. Last game, they needed just 3 and only got 1. Need something quick here. Nice stick lift there. He pressed the penalty button and got away with it. A shot on. Pass back to Puttiking. Low shot. Rebound. Kennedy has it. It goes in. A broken play perhaps, but Kennedy able to go home. The man who broke the shutout bid for McSaven in the last one does the same in this one. And Örebro have won. They still need 3 though. And goal and offense in general has been hard to come by. Great shot on, and yeah, Kennedy got it, and yeah, McSaven swimming a little bit in his crease right there, went a bit too far back to his left. That opened up some space, maybe even hit off his equipment and went in, who's to say. Nonetheless, in the back of the net, but 5 minutes remaining. It's honestly just a matter of Färjestad stifling some of those high percentage chancing and getting those pucks out of the zone. Zovi has it. Antonio picks it up off the handoff play. Ed Holman joining the rush. Pass over to Antonio, taken away by Puttiking. Henke coming back the other way. Passes to Kennedy. Henke into the corner. Can't get the pass away. Sebi Larson just sends it to the other side of the ice, but Kennedy's the first man to it. Dropping back. Henke could have shot right there. Elected the pass back. I'm not too sure. Maybe he did try, and that was just a bouncing puck. Nonetheless, Örebro had to reset in the neutral zone. Suth coming in behind the net. Slowing things down, looking for a pass, and just gets swarmed by white jerseys. And back to Snus for the one time, and it sails wide. 55 remaining, and Örebro needs 3. It's not completely safe to say that Färjestad had this in the bag, but it's looking great for them. We have seen some wild things, and we see a disconnect. So, I wonder, are they going to just try to play the last 40 seconds of this? I kind of doubt it at this point with the differential. We're trying to go to a different feed. I thought it was someone who dropped. Oh, it was indeed someone who dropped. So my eyes did not deceive me. A goalie dropped. Looked like Benjamin. Or was that McSaven who dropped out? Because we just switched. No, your goalie. Okay, so yeah, it was indeed Benjamin who dropped out here. So with the amount of time left, I'm assuming the final score will be 4-1, and they can just kind of call it right there. Makes sense. We got the official word. They're going to call the GGs. So Färjestad will come away with 4 out of 4 points today. Again, their first 2 wins on the season, but a great time to start climbing your way back up the ladder here. The season, all is not lost on the side of Färjestad. Again, this was their 9th and 10th games played, so a third of the way through the season. You got a couple wins. You have an overtime loss. You're sitting right now at 5 points. It seems dire, but it's doable. If they go on a good run, it's absolutely doable that they can work their way at least out of a relegation position, but quite possibly into one of those last playoff seeds. They're going to have to play like they did today in every single game going forward. McSaven's going to have to stand on his head at times like he did today on pretty much every single game going forward. But that's just a tale. When you dig yourselves a hole early on, you got to play near perfect to work things back. So we'll see what happens with Färjestad the rest of the way. We'll see what happens with Örebro the rest of the way, who will now find themselves in last place, getting passed up by Färjestad here in the standings as we get a look at those goals. This is what I was looking to see. Yes, indeed. He got the shot away. McSaven did not get an animation. It gets kind of stuck in his right pad and equipment. But that can be what happens. You know, we see it a lot with the EU goaltenders, often just refusing to manually butterfly at any time, and that can be the result. So unfortunate for McSaven. 2 bids at a shutout. Couldn't get a shutout in either one, but those 2 games will definitely help that old save percentage get across, and those 4 points will help in that long road back for Färjestad. But of course, that will do it for us here today at Sports Gamer. We thank you guys for joining and being along for the ride with us today. Of course, we had Goons and Tunnel Vision early on. Goons taking both games in that, and now Färjestad taking both games over Örebro Hockey. We will be back tomorrow with some more ECL Elite action. Not too sure if we have the lineups or a graphic for that we could put on screen. And I'll take a breath as our producer does his beautiful work. Goons coming on broadcast again against Nordic Stars, and then the big one, Frölunda and H-Reds, a rematch of the semifinals from last season, where Frölunda surpassed them to get themselves to the finals, where they fell to Tunnel Vision in 7. That's going to be tomorrow around 19:45 CEST. Of course, you're from the eastern coast of the United States and like to tune into these, that'll be around just before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard or Eastern Daylight Time at this point. So that will be then, of course, pro action coming up on Tuesday as well, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, as I am simply running out of breath after this solo cast. So we thank you guys very much for sticking with us. Shout out to Koval and Lockritzy for sponsoring this season and everything that they do to help things out. Sportsgamer.gg for all the information on the season that you need. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, that's all I got. We'll see you tomorrow.